Game time, boys. Game time. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, let's get to business today, actually. Not a lot of cuts today and whatever. But I put up a poll on my Instagram recently, and it was basically about the fact that, which video should I do next? And by the way, if you want to wonder about my Instagram, you can follow me down in the below. Shameless plug, but whatever. And I had some video ideas in my poll. First one was basically identity reconstruct, how you basically reshape your identity. I'm gonna do a video on it, don't worry, it will be done. And today's video, obviously, this is the video title which won the poll: Wi-Fi money or monkey business. Like, I'll get into that as well. This is what this video is gonna be about. It's gonna be a real deep dive today. And thirdly was anything men-centric. I mean, this is a men-centric channel, so there's gonna be men-centric content. Obviously, it has to be men-centric. If I speak about women nowadays, I'll get into jail. That's how it is nowadays. So yeah, without wasting any time, gentlemen, let's get into it today, actually. So, bit of a heads up, actually. It's not as much of a monkey business as people make it seem nowadays. Like, it's not that bad as people make it seem. Yes, there are scams. Yes, there are bad things happening in the industry. Some things that definitely need to be addressed and don't get addressed as much. However, it's not as bad as people make it seem. And there's some misconceptions that people have that I want to clear off as well. So there's a lot of angles into it. Obviously, I want to start off how I knew about this industry, how I came into this industry, how was my journey a little bit, just to touch the surface, not a lot, but I really want to talk about what happens here for the most part, and what is the good side and what is the bad side of it. Really want to like deep dive into it and speak about what my role has been so far. I'm still in the industry so far enough, so let me just state the obvious as to like what people think when it comes to like, internet money or anything that is related to like, online money or whatever, or these young guys who are making money online. What people equate it for the most part. What is the first thing that comes into your mind? Course seller. Oh, he sells a course. He's a fucking scammer and whatnot. Like, that's the first thing that comes into your mind and nothing else. And which is partly true. I wouldn't like deny it. Like, there's some people who just sell courses for the fuck of it and they scam people. There are people like that. But at the same instance, I would also make a case that if you are too dumb to just believe someone's lies on the internet and just buy his course thinking you're going to end up getting rich quick, then you deserve to be scammed. Because you didn't do your diligence, you didn't do a background check, you didn't see if it's actually working or not, so it's on you, not just on the guy. So, and the guy wouldn't make money if he bought it in the first place. So it is a two-way situation, so let's clear off that as well. So when we think about the first thing, we're like, oh, he's a course seller. And who's a course seller, basically? Who are the first ones that come into your mind when you think about, oh, he's selling a course? It's Andrew Tate, it's Iman Gadzhi, it's Luke Belmar. Who else? It's Hamza, or fuck's sake, there's so many guys. Andy Elliott. They're all fucking scammers that I'm mentioning to you. Hamza wasn't a scammer, but he lied about his stuff. I mean, if you saw his recent controversy last year, what he did about his physique and everything, he lied a lot. So, and obviously Iman Tate and Luke Belmar, all those guys. I know their fanboys are gonna attack me and say, "Oh, he's not a scammer, whatnot." I kid you not. Like right now, just go on to a YouTube channel, search Spencer Cornelia. By the way, just search it. Go into YouTube channel, see Spencer Cornelia, Iman Gadzhi, Spencer Cornelia, Luke Belmar. He does a complete breakdown of how they're running scams. Luke Belmar's own business partner exposes scam of like how he's actually scamming you guys and like not being honest about his entire net worth. He's lying to you guys about his net worth. It's an entire scam. I don't want to get into much detail because it's not about Luke Belmar. It's about the industry. Same with Iman, funny enough. He was lying about his agency that made millions and millions. Those records are never public and they never just registered a millions in credit. It never happened. So he was running a scam as well. Obviously, Tate has an entire... He is a controlled opposition. You don't want to hear it, but let me say it to your face. He's a controlled opposition. That's how it is. He's been placed accordingly and he's playing his part. That's all that's happening. His father was in the fucking CIA. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. But anyways, so there are scams. These top creators, there's some scams. Us, but also there's some good guys in the industry who have been nice. I have been lucky enough to be in this industry for about 2 years now, so I can say like, and I haven't been scammed ever. I've always done my due diligence and I've always seen what the industry has in store, what was an actual offer, what was a good offer, and what was actually a good program and wasn't a good program. I would say mentorships and programs are more better because you get one-on-one, support, and they're more catered to you. They're done for you type of program. It's better for you instead of a course, which is just pays a PDF nowadays. Like if you have Claude and GPT, you can get all that. It's not a big deal nowadays. That's why, and that's the new shift in the industry because the more catered to you, the more one-on-one it is done for you type of program you have to offer, the more people are going to buy into you. That's going to be more important. It's not about what information you have. Information is everywhere now. If you have GPT or you have Claude, you can get any information out of the blue. It's not going to be a bit of an issue for anyone to get information. What is going to sell your program for the most part is going to be how well done it is, like for you, like one-on-one. That is more important. But anyways, I know it's just a lot. I'm going in a lot of angles. I wanted to speak about myself, but this is where the industry is at right now. And this is such a big fucking mess. But how did I know about this industry in the first place? Like you, I bought into the idea of getting rich quick. I was a young guy. I stumbled upon a video that told me that going to college is a scam, debatable and subjective at the same time. But even though I think like sometimes it is a waste of time, if you look at the degrees that people usually go for, like a fucking communications major, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Just go and do a white collar job at that point. Go into construction for fuck's sake. Don't do a communications major. Like what do you contribute to society at that point by doing a communications major? Nothing. But yeah, anyways, and thinking like you need to get rich quick and nothing's gonna be good in life if you don't make money. I bought into the lie, I bought into the idea, and that's what I spent most of my time doing for early on in my life, actually, from 15, actually, when I was 15, 14 years old. Never told anyone. That's another part, because I always used to gatekeep as a kid. I was a bit of an introvert, but also used to gatekeep a lot. It's funny enough, this is something my closest people in my life would never know about all of this that I'm sharing you today. But it all has to come out for a reason, because it all happened for a reason. And I'm here sitting there because I gatekept all of this back in the day. And if I didn't, maybe I wouldn't be pursuing these things. Maybe my mind would have been warped by some other ideology, by some other thought, or by some other worldview. And I would have never pursued it. And I would have been making this video if that wasn't the case. So that's why I'm in front of you right now telling you all of this, because I've pursued all of this and I've seen how it is so far. And from my perspective, it's not as bad as people make it seem. So there's some things that happen in the industry. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's how I found it. Like, there's some people who sell good courses. Like, you can find them, but how do you find if it's a good course? It has a good testimonials. It's done for you, secondly. And the one-on-one support is there. They also have a real good guarantee on the results. Obviously, they can guarantee you the best framework and the best results. One thing they can't guarantee you is your commitment. So that's something you have to guarantee to them. That's really important. So these are like the crux of what you need to see on a good program or a good mentorship. What is a bad one? Is just flashing you with lifestyle. Like if the guy is just making lifestyle edits, he's just flashing you with his Lamborghini, which is rented obviously, and his Cuban chains, and him being around 50 girls at one time, then yeah, it's just a scam for the most part. And if you fall for that, then that is on you basically, not on the guy. You're a bigger idiot than him because you believed his lies. That makes you a bigger idiot than him, because he is an idiot. He's scamming people. But you're just a bigger idiot than him just because you bought into all of that. So yeah, take accountability for that. So for the most part, I was able to tell which is a good offer, which is a good program, which is not a good program. I was able to tell for the most part. I started off in the industry firstly through going into dropshipping for the first point. I was doing dropshipping. And in dropshipping, I was selling these stuff from the Chinese suppliers, pretty basic stuff like these home accessories from my first store. I got it shut down because I was in a bit of a trifle with a retailer, with a supplier, funny enough, in China. And I shut it down. The second one, that was the one that made me a bit of money. And that was that first taste of internet money, was when I was selling these Fortnite skins for the PS4 and the Xbox, like for the headsets and for the controllers. I was selling, because this was back in 2020, and Fortnite was in a boom because of the COVID and everything. So that's when I made my real, I feel like, not a lot, honestly. My first few orders were like 700, 800 euros and like another 900. And that's when I actually reached 1,000. I was like on top of the world. I felt like I was like him. I was him, basically. That's what I felt like when I made that type of money. It was a big deal for me because I was a kid. I was a teenager. It was a big deal for me. But then that store, I kind of got lazy from it, and the hype around Fortnite kind of died down, and I got a bit lazy with it. So I didn't really pursue it that much. So it just went down all of a sudden. And then I latched into crypto, funny enough. And funny enough, I wasn't getting rug pulled or anything, but I was making money off of these meme coins for the most end. And I was going in between here and there, trying to chunk up a few 100 or 200, work my way around, got into NFTs a bit, fucked myself over with the one NFT, lost a lot of money on it, funny enough. That's when I exited from the NFTs and exited from crypto as a whole. And this is my advice to you as well. If you are using crypto, investing in crypto, you are a dummy. Don't let anybody tell you elsewise. Crypto is just glorified gambling. If you don't have consistent cash flow to invest into crypto or to move your money using crypto, don't touch crypto. It is not an investment. Let me say it to your face. It is not an investment. Crypto is not an investment. Let me say that again. If anybody tells you, they're just gonna scam you for your money. You're gonna lose money. Remember that. Obviously, there are tricks and things and whatnot, but you can never guarantee what is gonna happen with crypto. Bear that in mind. I left crypto and now I'm into door-to-door now. I'm doing door-to-door sales. In door-to-door sales, I come across this one term and it's called high-ticket sales, funny enough. And if you're in 2026 and you hear high-ticket sales, or if you're in 2025 and you heard about high-ticket sales, it's the most milk terminology in this industry right now. High-ticket sales. Oh my God, what is this? This golden goose? Is it like a golden goose and it just prints you money? Yes and no, but I'll get into that as well. And I heard about like people selling over Zoom calls. Like, is that even fucking possible? Like, how do people do it? Is this possible? And I can do it? Yeah, like this is my first time I got a hint of it. But I didn't really, how do I say, accept the idea. I was like, nah, it's not true. It's not true. Can't be that true. So I left it at the side, didn't really bother with it. Still in the door-to-door, got into cold calling, doing 200 to 250 dials a day. Don't know what the fuck I'm doing in my life. I was like, maybe I should do in door-to-door, but then there was not a lot of volume in door-to-door. So I went back to cold calling again. And in cold calling, I realized there's something called this DM setting. Before you can move into remote sales or high-ticket sales, you can do DM setting for these agencies or these influencers or all these coaches on Instagram. You can do that. So the DM setting, I was doing cold outreach first, and then I moved to DM setting proper, where I'd be dealing with inbounds as well. And lately I moved myself into remote sales as well. So what is remote sales basically as a whole? Like, what the fuck is happening here? So basically, there's an influencer or there's some coach or there's some guy who's selling a service. Now these guys, they don't know shit about sales. So they need people who can sell the product, right? And they have a bunch of leads coming in the pipeline. So what they do is they give the product to you, the ticket closer, the money maker over here in this case, the autonomous money maker, the rainmaker as they would call it. And the high ticket closer, the sales rep, has to close these deals and gets a commission off every single deal. There's no salary. Let me clarify it. If you're a sales guy and you have a salary, I don't know what to tell you. Like, genuinely, I can't help you. Leave that job straight away. A sales guy with a commission is basically a cuck. That's it. I said it as it is. It's basically being a cuck. Remember that. If you're a sales guy and you're having a salary as well, and on top of that, you're a little bit of a commission. It's not just commission and just a salary plus commission. You're just a cuck, basically. I don't care what anybody tells you. That's how it is. If you're a sales guy, earn only commissions. That's how it's going to be. But anyways, and in that moment, like, you make that money from the commissions, so the amount of deals you close. So yeah, there's guys who make upwards, I've seen, and I know it when I say there are guys who are making 40, 50K months. There are guys who are making 30, 20K months, yes, from their laptop. Yes, it is possible. Yes, it's not. But it's a lot of skill involved. A lot of skill. Like, these guys are really good salesmen. Like, really, they're so fucking good. They're not even human at that point. Like, their mind is so good. The way they think, the way they internalize, the way they articulate, the way they listen, the way they question people, the way they reframe. It's out of this world. It is possible, but it's a lot of fucking skill required to do that. And I've seen it in real time happening from these people. I'll learn from funny people. Funny enough, I'll learn from these people, from these sales trainers, funny enough. Right now, even I'm in a sales program right now. I'm learning from this one guy. And I'm a student right now, Daniel Smythe, if you might have seen him on Instagram right now. But I'm under his program right now, Born to Close. And before that, I was in other programs as well. I was even under Connor Healy, if you've seen his programs. I don't know if you know this, but whatever. But there's a lot of guys and a lot of people who have made a lot of money, and it's not as much of a scam as it is. Now, one of the problems that there is, however, is having a good offer. Because as I said, if you heard high ticket sales, funny enough, do you know this jargon where everybody's dog is jumping into high ticket sales simply because, I hate to say it, but the females, as always, they kind of mess things over for us. Shelby Saps, or whatever her fucking name is, comes in and she has no fucking closing experience. She's just a blonde chick who's beautiful, and she starts talking about it, running her mouth about high ticket sales. And she gives you this fallacy of you can take 2 sales calls, make 20K a day, and just sit on the fucking beach, drink your matcha latte, go play fucking paddle, and come back home. And yeah, that's all there is to sales. Well, let me give you a reality check. That doesn't happen, and that's never worked for anyone. Unless you're telling a course around sales, that can be a reality. But that is not a real reality to live in. And that doesn't happen for the most part, simply because it is not happening. That's not what remote sales is. It isn't happening. And I see a lot of these people, a lot of these guys and girls nowadays, they come into remote sales or high ticket sales, and they're like, oh, we can just close 5 deals a day, make 10K a day, and then we can just sip on the beach and just enjoy our life and just relax. No, Realize one thing, high ticket sales is like an actual job. Yes, you have location freedom, you can work anywhere you want, but it's still a fucking job. There's still, the pipeline has to be qualified. You still have to do all the tracking. You still have to review the calls. You still have to close. Your close rate has to be there. Is your close rate good? Are you going to the sales manager and like reviewing your calls? Are you taking feedback? It is a real time job. Don't think as it's something at the side I can just do for like 3-4 hours a day and call it quits and make a ton of money. No, it fucking doesn't happen that way. It doesn't matter. I know all these influencers sold you this dream, and funny enough, Shelby Saps, that's all it took for the high ticket industry to just get cooked. That's all it took for the high ticket space to just get cooked. Just one blonde chick and she fucked everything over, literally. And that is a problem with the industry nowadays. It's like everybody who comes in, they think like, oh, you can just buy a course. And then this might be you as well, because this was me for a long time as well. When I bought my first program for like 500, I thought I can make 5,000 or like 15,000. No, it doesn't work that way. When you buy it, it doesn't mean you're gonna get rich. You still have to put in a lot of effort and a lot of work to make it actually happen. Because let's say you're a guy right now and you're making zero money right now. You're making zero right now. Your version of you, you're John. John is making $0 right now. And then there's a 2.0 version, 2.0 version of you, John 2.0, who's making, let's say, 5 to 10K per month. Now imagine how he would think. Imagine how he would, you know, change things about himself, how he would behave, how would be his belief system, how his mindset would be. What are the efforts, what are the changes that he would make consistently on a day-to-day basis? What would he do? How would he act? How would he carry himself? When you see these things in real time and answer these questions to yourself, you realize, okay, this is how he would be. And it's hard to be that person when you don't have all those things. You have to operate as that person, as a 2.0 version of you, before you can even have that actual result. You have to act and behave as that guy. It is difficult when you don't have the result because you have nothing to yourself. So why would you behave as that guy? And that is a problem with me as well. When I made my first money in dropshipping, I just lost it all of a sudden because I wasn't that guy. I wasn't thinking that way. I didn't have the mind frame. I didn't have the mental model. My belief system was fucked. I was always doubting myself. I wasn't sure of myself. That's why I lost. The money came in and it went away. That's what happened. That's what happened. Same thing with crypto. And that's something I changed about myself in sales. Something I changed, and most people don't realize in the industry is, if you don't know, like if you don't actually like ready yourself for what is about to occur in your life, like the ideal life, if you don't ready yourself for that, you can never hold it firmly in your actual reality. That reality won't stay for long. Even if it happens, it will go away in the next 1 or 2 years, simply because your mind is not there yet. And that's the big problem with people who buy courses and buy these programs and buy these mentorships. Yes, they can give you a framework. Yes, they can give you accountability. Yes, they can give you the best skills. However, what they can give you is your own commitment. They can guarantee you all these things that I told you previously, but they cannot guarantee you your own commitment. That's something you have to guarantee. So if you come in and thinking, oh, I can just invest 2 or 3K or 5K, whatever, and I can make 20, 30K a month, that's not how it's going to work. I mean, technically it's, but it's a lot of effort, a lot of skill, a lot of time. It's a lot of stress you have to take, honestly. Not technically stress, like you can think if it's going to be easy, it's going to be easy, but you have to put in the hours, mate. You have to put in the hours. It is not just going to happen. And that is a part I say about sales specifically and about the info space as a whole is cooked, because people come in and they think like, oh, it's either a scam or if I just come in, I can just make a bunch of money. This is the two main misconceptions people have with this industry. They just come in and think like, oh, if I just come in, I can pay for this course and I can make a shit ton of money. No, it doesn't happen that way. You have to put in a lot of effort to reach the top. That's the first thing. Because when you understand this info space, it's like it's high stakes space. Like this entire space, like whatever you want, the other guy wants that as well. Whatever you want, whatever the thing is, the life, whatever, everybody wants that as well. So you have to really push yourself into it to achieve those things. That's the thing with this space, funny enough. Second, so first the misconception is like, oh, I can just pay 500 and I can get 5,000. Doesn't work that way. That's the first misconception. Second misconception is just a scam. Yes, there are scams, like all these popular influencers. Yes, they're selling scams. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube, Google their funnels and whatever. You will see a breakdown done by famous YouTubers like CoffeeZilla, Spencer Cornelia. They have done breakdown with these influencers all the time. You can go on Instagram as well. There's this one page, funny enough. Shout out to Baller Busters, by the way. The best pages on IG, funny enough. This expose all the con artists, all the scammers on the internet who sell these scammy courses. They expose everyone with proper core details. They don't just post stuff out of their ass or give an opinion. They actually know this stuff. So do your diligence. That's what I would say. This is what is happening with the industry as well for the most part. I feel like in the next 5 to 10 years, the industry is going to shift. Info is not going to be as big as people make it seem. It's going to be more about how done for you, how one-on-one it is, like the service that we're talking about. Is the service more done for you? Is the service more one-on-one? If it is, then people are going to buy. If it's not, if it's just info, well, Claude and GPT can do that. Why would I need you? I can just get Claude. I can get GPT. Claude is fucking fantastic. Manus AI is fucking fantastic. Like, literally, they're better than most people, like most human minds. They're better than most human minds for the most part. Why would they come to you? Oh, it's more done for you. Oh, it's more one-on-one. Something that AI can do. That's really important with the industry. That is something that is shifting heavily in the industry. And I know I'm just going on a rant right now, simply because there's a lot inside me as well that I want to clear as well. And I've been in the industry now as well. I still am in the high ticket space, still there as a whole, still on an offer and everything. However, this is something I do want to address in the space as well. Like, a lot of guys are coming into the space thinking like, oh, we can just make a bunch of money and just, enjoy our lives. Like, it's not as simple as it seems. Like, you have a lot of work to put in. You have a lot to learn about yourself. And most importantly, even if you do make money, don't be a fucking cunt. Just because you have money, don't be a cunt. Like, genuinely. Be nice to people. Be humble. Yes, be humble. Don't be like, oh, don't be humble. Be a bit humble, but not in the sense like you play yourself down. Be humble in the sense that you know God has given you all of this and He can take away in an instant. Be humble in that sense. Not in the sense that you have to play yourself down, that you don't have to show your full self just simply because people will feel less of themselves, simply because you are maybe better than them. That's really important. That's a fine line between being humble and, how do I say, people thinking like, oh, you shouldn't be humble. That's a pretty fine line that I wanted to address over there as well. As an industry as a whole, like, as I said, like how it is so far, this video doesn't have a lot of a structure to it. I know what you guys are wondering, honestly, and it doesn't have it for the most part. As I say, like, it doesn't have it because I want to speak about where I started, but I also went into like what are the good offers and what are the misconceptions. And frankly, that's how I've clumped everything together about the industry. So if you need a bit of a, how do I say, so it's a pretty draw and general idea of how the industry is for the most part, and it can give you a better idea as well. Like, if you actually understand it and you see each topic as a whole, it can help you ultimately. And if you are ever wondering about getting into space, well, bit of a disclaimer: just because you think you can buy a fucking course, you're gonna get rich. No, you're not. You're probably gonna fucking struggle a lot, and ultimately because you have to learn a lot about yourself, and have to learn a lot of skills as well, high income skills as well, and then only you can get the money that you want. And most important, it's not really about the money, it's about you showing up to serve people. That is really important. All the people who are making good money and all the people who are like, actively successful in this space are the ones who are serving people, who are helping people. Be it the coach, be it the sales guy, be it the marketing guy, be it the ad specialist, anyone in the industry, they're all showing up to serve, not to win, not to just make money. They're showing up to serve. And they're the ones who are not scammers, most importantly. Everyone else was just in it for the money. Get rich quick, get rich quick, get rich quick. Everybody's telling you and like telling you to blast your brains, forget everything, telling you to just tell everyone to fuck off, tell your family to fuck off, tell your girlfriend to fuck off, and just focus on money all the time. They are the scammers. And at the same time, they just flex this lifestyle all the time about these busted down watches, about these penthouses in Miami, about this car that is probably a rental. Not probably, it is a rental, obviously. Those are the scammers in the industry. Because when it's too much of a flash, stay away. Stay away from that flash. You will see a lot of people in the space who are good. They're pretty niche. You got to find them, obviously. Do your due diligence, as always. However, I wouldn't recommend you to join the space just because I want to tell you something which is more to yourself. Something is a bit of different from the video topic. I know it's about the space, but before jumping into the space, ask yourself, is this what you truly want to do? Or is it because you saw some edit on TikTok or you saw some kid running his mouth telling you that he's rich and you're poor and you need to do as he says? Ask yourself, is this something I actually want to do? Or I'm just being told by someone? Okay, even if you do it and you achieve it, was it the life that you were truly meant to live? Like, you were meant to live this? Or you just are living this life because everybody told you to do so? It didn't come from your heart. You didn't lead with your heart. Shout out to Uncle Rami, by the way. Lead with your heart. That's rule number one. That's what he says. Lead with your heart as always. Did you lead with your heart? Did you listen to your inner self? Did you listen to your inner calling? No. You listened to all the influencers who told you to throw all that away, to just chase money and nothing else. No meaningful connections, nothing about your life that actually gives you purpose, nothing of benefit to society. Just follow the crowd. Just follow and run into this idea of getting rich quick just because you want to escape the matrix. You're not actually escaping the matrix. No guys escape the matrix. We are all part of the matrix. We can't escape the matrix. We can't. It is a reality. You can't. No one can. If you want to escape the matrix, live on a fucking island with no phones, nothing, just you on an island, or you in a fucking cave and live like a caveman. That is the idea of living in the matrix, living outside the matrix. That's how you live outside the matrix. That's how you break through the matrix, by just living like a caveman. If that's something you want to do, fine, do it. But don't come at me and but don't just look at a video and tell yourself, oh, I want to escape the matrix because Andrew Tate told me to do so. He's a goyim. Let me say it to your face right now. Andrew Tate is not some kind of god or some kind of, warrior who's going to save humanity. He's a controlled opposition. He's a controlled opposition. Yes, he is. And if you don't believe that, if you can't see through that, yes, 80 to 90% of stuff is bang on. But at the same time, realize he's being placed accordingly, strategically, to actually push an agenda. He's speaking against the crowd. He's speaking against the people. He's speaking against the elites. While at the same time, the people who are speaking for the elites, they're being also placed in that position for the same instance. Like, I don't want to go into this idea because it's going to drift away. I want to talk about info right now. But similar instances, like if somebody's just running their mouth and telling you to get rich quick, avoid all that. Genuinely ask yourself, what do you want for yourself? And chances are, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It just might be just getting a fucking job first. Get a job first. Learn about yourself. Learn to stack up bills. Learn to manage. Learn to budget. Learn to finance. Learn a high income skill afterwards. Like, learn it on the fly as well. Invest into yourself. Support yourself. Maybe your family. Maybe your loved ones. Maybe your girl or whatever. And just live a life that is according to you. That's true to you. Define success for yourself first. Then understand how you can achieve that. Then answer yourself, okay, this is how I want to live. Have other people done that? Okay, how did they do it? Instead of just seeing some guy tell you to get rich quick. No, don't jump into this industry. I'm telling you right now, don't jump into the info space. Don't jump into the high ticket space. Answer yourself first. Tell yourself what you want for yourself. And when you have a clear idea of what success looks for you, then jump into that. Then give your life to that. Then perfect yourself for that. Because that's what you truly want. That's your true calling and nothing else. Because this all is just, it wasn't for you. Am I seeing myself there? Yeah, I'll see myself there. I enjoy the high ticket sales space. I enjoy being a sales rep. I help people. I shepherd them to make it into making a decision from A to B, from A being the place where they dislike to B being their desired outcome. I help them see things clearly. I genuinely show up because I want to serve them. And if I can't help them, and if I don't understand their situation, I am not going to help them. I don't want to sell them anything. I don't want to do anything with this person. Because if they don't take accountability, if they don't tell me what is up, if they don't tell me how they can actually be helped, then I can't really help this person. I don't want to take their money. Because what's the fucking point? Okay, you take somebody's money, you close them with your sales skills and whatever that Shelby Saps taught you. What's the fucking point even after that? Like, that guy's going to be a pain in the ass to work with because he never took accountability in the first place. Do you really want that someone to be in your program? Do you really want that someone to be there? That's a damage to you as yourself as a person because you can't see through people, and also the business owner as well. Understand that there's a lot of things into. I know my mind went a bit all over the place because that's what I actually explained to you guys. And this space is kind of cooked at the moment, and it will get cooked a bit more. Like, this place was in a high and now it's going in a low, so it's getting a bit cooked, and there will be another high. That's how it's going to be. There's always ups and downs, and this is another down that it's going for, but it's going to be an up again. And there's going to be another trend. I don't know who's going to be on top of that trend. I don't know who's going to be there, but somebody probably will. It's just the way this wheel is. I'm just a spoke on the wheel as well. The other guys are like a spoke on the wheel as well, and the wheel keeps turning no matter what. I'm going to come one day, I'm going to go one day, some other guy's going to come one day, and he's going to go one day. Nothing's going to change that much. So that's kind of like everything, as I was kind of explained to you from like at a bro level about how the info space is working currently. Bit of a snapshot into everything and what can you target from every single thing and what can you actually understand what is happening. I hope I did a good job of explaining it. Maybe I didn't, but maybe I did actually. I think I did, yeah. I think you guys would enjoy it as well, and like you can understand how it is. And if you have more questions, or if you want to ask more about the info space and whatever, like hit me up on Instagram, let me know. And like if you want to inquire more, just I'm happy to chat. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Let's see what the next video is gonna be. Don't know for now, but let's see how it's going to be. See you guys in the next one. Take care. Cheers, lads.